Lambeau Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Corps Cadets, the world-famous 12th man, Lady Reveille, and early indication, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First down for this offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got room at the 35. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Leaves it with the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Aggies! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Oh, how could that happen? He misses the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The give on the inside. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. So you didn't pick up the first down on the short game, but will the analytics sway them to go for it here on 4th down?
I think the analytics say go for it, Reese, every single time, every situation now. It's only 1 yard to go, short yard situation, man. I'm going to trust I can get that yard.
On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Flips it out to the back. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. They'll run the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. That one comes out hot down the right side. Touchdown, Aggie! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Hey, we've seen this movie before. Lights, camera, action, just like Marquise Hollywood Brown, who went for 265 in one game.
And every year, the numbers change, the names change, but the Sooners, They've got burners on the outside. They make big plays. They've always got a fun, fast offense, and this guy's just fitting right in line.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 13, Oklahoma 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Quick completion on the out. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Think on 3rd and goal. They'll run play action. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone. 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
Well, you'd think this would be a very makeable field goal attempt, but they're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he's going to score. Touchdown Sooners!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by a field goal over the Pandas. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Using his legs to buy some time. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. He's looking to throw it. Coming after it. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They're going to run it to the right. At the 35, he's got room. Bulldozes him. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw. Flips it out in the flat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Intercepted. Got some room to run. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Dances away from the heat. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14, Texas A&M, 13.
Going for the return. Giving him his pass. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up. He'll take the deep shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Wide open downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. Gets away. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
2nd down coming up.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Texas A&M.
And as the clock is winding down here in the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal team. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. The field goal is no good. And, guys, not only a miss, but a missed opportunity to take the lead. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the 2nd half. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the 2nd half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the 2nd half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the 2nd half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He's got it down the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas State has the lead right now. San Marcos has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 6 over UTEP. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't. And they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Back open in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Defense has to do a better job affecting the quarterback, guys, on money downs. 3rd down, you've got to be able to affect him, and the pass pro that time was just way too good.
A&M comes back out with another first down. The give to the tailback. Runs through a tackle. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
It's caught. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. He wants to throw. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they try to dial up the screen pass on 1st down, seeing if they can catch the defense rushing upfield, but they stayed home, they had their eyes on the football, and they create a negative play.
Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. Running it to the right. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
At the 33-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Wilkins. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's got it, making work. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Oklahoma 17, Texas A&M 13.
Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. The give from the gun. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Got his man on the outside. Touchdown, Aggies! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Finds his big tight end. Into the end zone he goes for the 2-point conversion, and the lead is 4. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
He's looking for a man on second down. A strike downfield. All kinds of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
30-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on. Now
the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. Going up top on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
Third down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. Back to the air one more time. Unleashes to the end zone. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. They're going to run it. Touchdown Sooners! They move on top here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has him back in the offense, ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline.
Going to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know
running toward the tape. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. He's going to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's second down, incomplete pass, go to third down. If we need to go for it on fourth down, this offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, fourth quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive and try to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. Let's see what happens on 3rd.
From the gun, wants to pass. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
They took a shot into the end zone, trying to come away with a touchdown. Nice play by the defense. You're expecting them here to kick a field goal. I know there's time left in the game, but just tie this thing up and let your defense go to work.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. They'll leave it with him. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.